Okay. So in regards to career, what is it that you need to know? And this one's just jumping right out. We've got the the Eight of Pentacles. So with this one, whatever it is that you've been working on, like a hobby, a skill, something you enjoy doing, like you're happy to be doing it. It could be work, it could be a hobby, a certain aspect of your career or job. Keep doing it. You're going to succeed at this. It's definitely something that you were meant to be doing. It's where your talents are. So continue to do so. What else do we need to know in regards to that? Like, why is that card showing up? We've got this one right here. The Sun in reverse. Like, maybe you've been feeling a little bit like you've been stuck in a rut. Like what you've been doing up until now isn't exactly what you want to be doing. So think about, what is it that you want? What is it that brings you joy? Where are your talents? What are your hobbies? And then try to make that more of a career or more of a job. So, you know, maybe if you like doing crafts, you want to start selling those items on Etsy or at a craft fair or something along those lines. What else in regards to career? Because I feel like those messages are kind of obvious. You've got the Queen of Cups in reverse and then the Magician in reverse. So I feel like a lot of you might be feeling a little bit unhappy, a little bit sad in whatever it is that you have been doing, but then you don't really necessarily feel like you can succeed in this particular hobby or skill set that you have. So, well, can you? Let's find out. You know, should you apply more time and effort into that area or realm? This one just jumped right out. I think a lot of your fears is that you think like other people are going to judge you for that. Like they're going to look at you like you're crazy. Like, why the hell did you quit your job to go do this thing that like you don't even know is going to pan out for you? Would that be the case? Maybe right now. Right now, it wouldn't be tremendously successful. But it doesn't mean that you give up on your hobbies. So continue to do those things that you love. Continue to work on the things that bring you joy, because maybe an opportunity will present itself later. Does that make sense? I hope so. In regards to money, what is the focus for February 11th through March 13th? What do you need to be thinking about? Got this one here. Be a little bit more generous with your money. The Hierophant in reverse we have, whoa, and these guys are just a little bit jumpy this morning. And then we have the Queen of Swords. So, you know, don't go overboard. Try to be generous, and maybe not necessarily with money. Also be generous with like love and time, things like that. I feel like right now you're a little bit concerned about like, well, I want to give, I want to be helpful, I want to help this person out or this cause, but I'm a little bit nervous about whether or not that's a good idea. Like, is that what's right for me? This one jumped out right now. Like, don't wait around for the right opportunity to give. Like, it's always the right opportunity to give, because the universe will supply you with more when you give out. Does that make sense? I keep saying, does that make sense? It should make sense. If it doesn't, it's a general reading. And then you can just always ascertain more information with a private. So for those of you who it does make sense for, great, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So maybe you want to volunteer. Yeah, stop waiting around for the right opportunity. Go seek it. Okay. For those of you who are giving to a cause, it's okay. Like, you definitely want to think about budget-wise, but you're going to be fine in regards to that. In regards to your health, what's going on for you February 11th through March 13th? What are the messages, the warnings, the blessings, all of that? So maybe you're not taking advantage of certain opportunities in regards to your health, people who want to help you. Maybe you have a friend who's like, hey, let's go for a walk around the block. And you're like, I don't want to, it's cold. I can totally sympathize with that. But take advantage of the opportunities that are there for you. I think that you're starting to see those, and I think that you're starting to like really think more about your health emotionally as well as physically, but you haven't quite started making any changes or taking advantage of the opportunities that are there for you. So now would be a good time to do that. This one just jumped right out, the Emperor. You're going to feel more in control of your life if you do those things. And actually, you're going to find a lot of joy in that. You're going to be surprised actually at the happiness it brings you, like the passion. You know how some people, okay, I will just say, I am not an exerciser. And people who like to run, there's a joke. It's like, how do you know someone's a vegetarian? Because they'll tell you. Same thing about runners, right? I've always kind of thought people who love to run, they say things like, oh, yeah, you just get this high. And I don't believe it. I think it's good cognitive behavioral therapy where you tell enough people you love to run. Eventually, you lie to yourself enough where it becomes your truth. Maybe that's not the case. You know, I haven't experienced that runner's high. However, what I am saying is that I think you're in one of those situations when you pick up some new health thing, like some new diet, some new, maybe it's positive thinking. It could be your emotional health as well. You're actually going to really find some passion for whatever this new thing is. So whether it's yoga, CrossFit, I don't even know what that is, but whatever it is, you're going to find a lot of joy and happiness, my passion for it. But let me just say, try not to be annoying about it. So right now, you're feeling like a little bit discouraged, like things that you're wishing for, you're having to wait for, but they are coming. So just know that, you know, sometimes things take time and sometimes you can't see how your wishes will come true, but they will. They're coming there. You've got your, whoa, here it is. The answer just popped right out. Going within. Look within yourself to figure out how to achieve what it is that you want. This is a really good month for you to do some meditation, some yoga, those types of things. Getting more in touch with your spiritual side, because we have the Hierophant in reverse, a little bit backwards. That one for me is not so much like, what's that card? The one with the B and the J and the girl and the moon. You know what I'm talking about if you watch a lot of these videos. But that, where was I going with that? Your sense of spirituality might be just like a little bit detached in the last little bit here. So you want to get back in contact with that and do some self-reflection. This one just jumped right out as we're talking as well. The Five of Swords. So I feel like maybe you're having a hard time drawing lines, like telling people no, you know, it's not like you're having a hard time being honest. I think you might be being too honest in some cases. You need to have a little bit more tact, and not be so, the word isn't pride. I feel like some of you are being snarky, so watch that, okay? This came up for another reading recently. I can't remember for who, but just be a little bit cautious of that. Okay, so February through March, Valentine's Day is coming, and so let's talk about love. What's going on in the world of love for Scorpios? Whoa, a whole stack of things. So we've got Strength. We've got Three of Wands in reverse. We've got the Nine of Wands. We've got the Death card. And then the Seven of Wands. So this kind of just popped out like a story. Okay, so you're like feeling strong, you're feeling good, like in control, like you know what's going on. You're like, you know what? I'm sick of waiting. I'm sick of waiting for your ass. I'm not going to do it anymore. And so then like, you're like taking this defensive stance and you're like, okay, well, that's fine. Like, this is what I want. This is what I expect. So if you can't give it to me, I'm flipping moving on. And then you're like defending your stance on that. So for those of you that this is the case, because I feel like this only pertains to a certain amount of you, is that the appropriate stance to take, or should you have been more patient? Well, by taking this stance, you know, you're like, you know what to expect. You're getting what you expect. Like you're getting new opportunities. Things are going to be different. Like, you're not going to be sitting there like, oh my gosh, I'm a fool, right? You have more confidence in that. But if you're more patient, what happens? There might be actually a brand new start. Like your partner might actually change this time. I know that it's funny because like you doubt it, right? Because of past hurts and things like that. You're like, oh my gosh, this mother effer like hurts me every time, always cheats on me, swears he's not going to. This time he actually might not. Might not. So, I mean, it's going to be up to you to decide, like, do you actually want something new, or do you have that last little bit in you, for those of you who are coupled with someone who kind of sucks, or, you know, but like, look, there's new growth here. Like, I think that they're actually kind of starting to turn over a new leaf. So if that's pertaining to you, it's probably okay to have a little bit more faith. But you know what? I feel like you're detached enough already where if you extended out that olive branch, like if you're like, you know what? Okay, fine. Last chance. That it's, how do I describe this? Like, you're not going to be as hurt this time if they F it up, because you already know. You already expected that, right? But that being said, you can't go on with like this mindset like they are going to hurt you, because of law of attraction, they will. So just keep that in mind. But this time they might actually mean it. Okay, so for the rest of you, for those of you who are coupled, in regards to love, February 11th through March 13th, what can you be expecting, Scorpios? Got this one here. In regards to your home life, it's like a little bit challenging. I feel like a lot of you are having a hard time. Like, it's not even about having a hard time loving each other. It's more like you're having a hard time just being in the same space. Like, there's not a lot of time this month. Like, you're both real busy. So that makes it difficult. But like, some of you are also then, it's not even, so that's some of you, but then the rest of you are kind of more like bored. I don't want to say bored necessarily, but it's like you're not really feeling like there's loads to celebrate about. Like, you're not feeling like there's lots and lots of love abounding. But then you have to remember, you know, all relationships are peaks and valleys. So for those of you who are kind of feeling like that, kind of like run down in your relationships, what happens if you stay in them and like just don't say anything? Let's find out. What happens if you stay and don't say anything? Eventually you'll find a balance, okay? Things will even out. It's 3 cup cards in a row. This one is a major arcana card, but like, you'll find your groove, okay? But let's say that you stay in this relationship and you bring it up and you're like, yo, what's going on here? Like, it feels like not necessarily a lack of love, like, but like a lack of maybe passion and excitement, those sort of things. Like, I think deep down you know that you love each other, but you're just like, like your partner is just your partner, right? What happens if you bring it up? Well, I think that both of you just kind of come, like, it's not like you're tired, but I think you both just have this like silent understanding of like, well, like, I don't even want to choose another person because you're my person. I'm just not real good at showing that right now. So either way would be fine. Keep it to yourself, bring it up. It's not going to be real traumatic. But what happens if you're like, you know what? Fine. I'm going to try something different. I'm going to move on from this. Or I'm going to secretly move on for this, because I feel like a good amount of you are going to like stick a toe in the water, maybe flirt it up a little bit. I'm not saying full out cheating, but I think that that's kind of where you're going with this. And I'm getting that intuitively. Like, okay, so is that a good idea for you? Well, I think that you're going to find that you're actually not, how do I describe this? Like, I think that other people will find you appealing, right? But you're not going to be like, wow, what's out there is amazing. You know, so is it going to help you to appreciate your partner more? I think so. I think so. So maybe some harmless flirting is okay, and then find out that like these other people are boring as hell. That might be okay. But should you be honest about that? Do you need to be careful to not get caught? You want to make sure that you actually don't. Okay, I think those of you who do take that route, right? Like, you start flirting it up. Don't like exchange phone numbers. Don't do anything like that, because you know what? You're going to get caught. I think you'll get caught. It's going to really screw stuff up for you. It's not a good idea. Harmless flirting is okay because it'll reaffirm to you what you do like about your partner. But like, cheating. You might not get caught right away. I think it's going to be like a long time, but it's going to be for something stupid, and it's going to be blown up for like more than it actually was. Like if it's just like a little bit of flirting, like, oh, no, 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 and you don't actually act on it, it's not going to look that way. Okay. So just be cautious. I totally forgot what I was talking about next. Oh, singles. Singles in the month of February 11th through March 13th. What's going on with you? Got a jumpy card. Hey, new exciting adventures. So I'm kind of nosy, and I just feel like I want to know what kind of a person is this new adventure for. Not for, like obviously it's for you, Scorpio, moon, rising, sun. But like what kind of adventure is, like what kind of a person is it with? Like why is this so exciting? Ooh, the Devil card. So it's actually not a bad card. I think that this person is exciting because they're passionate, and they're also like a little bit possessive, maybe a tiny bit jealous, but more like possessive. Like those, for Scorpios, this is really huge because Scorpios are deep feelers, like they feel on extremes. So like that's exciting because, I mean, it might not be the healthiest relationship, and you might stay in it way too long, but while you're in it, it's going to be like, whoa, like heavy, because I mean Scorpios too can be possessive, but like you also like want to be possessed, like you want that person to like pulls you close and like, oh, I own you, like all that passion. I see that. Okay, so that's exciting for you. But in terms of love, because this is a love part, a love reading, not a sex reading, what is, I feel like, you know what? I don't even want to talk about love. Like this is straight up like sex. Like this is like sexy, like passion. Okay, but let's talk about love anyway. So in regards to love for Scorpios, this kind of passionate, like fiery romance is actually going to be, I believe, like an awesome, I can't say an awesome relationship because it's not a cups, it's a swords card. But like, I think you both know what it is and you're both on the same page. And I think that's great, right? Like new beginnings, like it's clear. You have the same goals in mind. Like awesome. Awesome. But so what do you need to watch out for with this person? They may be a little bit flirty. They may have other partners initially. So at the same time that they're starting this with you, are they going to hold on to them? I would say that depends on you. Be an awesome girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever, and I think you're okay. But for those of you who are single that meet somebody between February 11th and March 13th, oh my gosh, I'm jealous. Super fun, super sexy. Like, you're just going to have, I mean, Scorpios always have good sex, right? But this is going to be, wow. Yay. Okay, so let's break this down now. Oh, this one just jumped right out. I think that this, for those of you who are moving from an old relationship to a new relationship, like you've been single a little tiny, this is not, like it might be a rebound, right? But it's not a rebound like the way that it usually is. Like you're not even thinking about that last person. Like this next person, so freaking sexy and amazing. So awesome. Good for you. I'm just going to throw all these back into the deck, shuffle some stuff up, and then we'll do your week by week. So we're going to start here with February 11th through the 18th. What are the messages or focal points? What are the things that you really need to consider? February 11th through the 18th. Let's see. February 11th through the 18th for Scorpio. Okay, so we've got the 9 of Wands, the 3 of Wands in reverse, and then the 5 of Wands in reverse. A lot of Wands. So you might be kind of like waiting for shit to hit the fan. And then you're kind of just waiting for things to turn around. And then you're just doing more waiting for people to come and help you out. What's all this waiting about? This is getting funny. Okay. All this waiting. It's like you're eager to make a decision, but like you're apathetic. You're like being real bipolar on this. Like you want new exciting things, but you don't actually know what you want. You don't necessarily, sorry, that one just jumped out as I'm shuffling. You feel like I feel like for a lot of you, this is in regards to your relationships. You're like, I want a new relationship. No, I don't. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Yes, I do. No, I don't. And like you're kind of like thinking about it in the back of your mind, but it's not really in the forefront. And like the choice is not that hard, but you're just like lazy to make it. You're just kind of like go with the flow. And I think that's the right thing. But then like you have this like nagging ish where you're like, well, I want to be fulfilled. I want to be happy. I want to feel all these feelings and whatever. And so for those of you who are waiting for this one to come in, it's coming. It's so coming. And it's probably coming sooner than later. So February 19th through the 26th. What is it that we are focused on? I forgot to give you some advice as to the 11th through the 18th with that week where you're kind of like up and down and back and forth and being lazy in your thought. Your advice is to not think so much about what you don't want, but what you do want. And I don't know that you've given a lot of thought into that. Okay. What do you want to avoid? You want to avoid like being too emotional about it. Like kind of just letting it like come to you. Does that make sense? Don't overthink it. Don't overfeel it more than overthink it. Don't go into a negative place and stay there because then you're blocking yourself from like these awesome things coming in. Okay. So February 19th through the 26th, what is it that you need to know? And we've got this one here. All right. So for those of you who are either considering getting married or you're considering getting a divorce right now, you're feeling like, wait a minute, is that a crazy idea? Like, is that stupid? Like, why do other people see this as, have like a different thought on it than I do? Let's find out. Because they're like something needs to change or that the change is too much. Like it's not the right change for you. But let's find out. Are you right or are they right? Well, for you, I think that you have good ideas. Your intentions are on. You know, I think you're really put some thought into this. But maybe your thought processes are a tiny bit immature. But, you know, like, I don't think it's a bad thing. Whatever you're considering, I think that you're on track. It's the right move. I don't think that it's something you should run away from. I would say maybe don't run towards it as quickly as maybe you had thought. But for those of you that this applies to, whatever it is, and it doesn't have to be like a marriage or a divorce. It could be like a partnership or like teamwork at a job. It could be anything like that. But whatever that is, I would say, yeah, go ahead and do it. Don't run away from whatever this is. February 27th through March 5th, what do we have going for you? We've got this card again. So yeah, that would be a good week to kind of focus on that. And remember when we started with your career and where it was like, hey, keep doing this, but maybe it's not something necessarily profitable and stuff like that. Like, it's just telling you to like hone your skills, your craft, whatever that is. And for some of you, this is probably going to be like your sexual prowess, considering what we saw there. But if you put too much focus on that, this is what happens. This is the one that just jumped out right now. This card, the 10 of Swords, is not as bad as it looks, okay? But, you know, like, it's just going to be one of those things where I don't know that you regret it. Like, you pick yourself up and you move on from it. Like, everything's fine. Like, whatever bad happens, like, there's still good surrounding it. But, like, just be careful that you don't get hurt by whatever this is. So if your skill or your craft or your hobby, whatever that is, if it's dangerous, like, okay, I don't know why this is coming. This probably pertains to one particular person, like skateboarding and rollerblading, like on one of those like ramp things, skate parks, wear like wrist pads and knee pads. I don't know who that's for, but if it's for you, it makes sense. You don't want to be trying things that are like way new and exciting. Like, it's not the time yet. So like, if you're going to take your skills, your craft, your trade, whatever to the marketplace, wait, it is not the time yet. Okay. This is just reminding you because maybe in that month or in that week, February 27th to March 5th, you're like, hey, this is a good new time to start this, whatever. Keep doing it as a hobby, but don't try to turn it into a job yet. Okay. Because the time is coming, but it's not yet. Okay. Just keep doing it though. This one just jumped out right here. Like, I feel like maybe you'd be too aggressive too and turn people off like with your sales if you were trying to turn something into a job. And if it's like in pursuit of like a person, you'd be like that person right now that's like coming on way too heavy, where you don't want to do that, right? You don't want to be the creepy dude at the bar. Or the creepy girl. They exist. Saw one last weekend. Oh my gosh. March 6th through the 13th. What's going on with you there? What do you need to know? March 6th through the 13th. Oh, your cards are so jumpy. Or I'm so klutzy. I mean, who knows? Okay, so March 6th through the 13th, we have the Fool. This one just keeps coming, huh? The Seven of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords in reverse. Okay, so that is a week where you can start doing things that are riskier, starting new adventures, like really, really, I feel like for a good portion of you, like some of you are going to meet that sexy person. Like, this is really kind of a reading for more single people. I'm sorry. But that happens with general readings, right? But some of you are going to meet that person like the 19th through the 26th-ish. But then like the rest of you, this is going to be like more in that second week of March there, the 6th through the 13th, where like you're going out, you're going to new places, you're going to like places you haven't been before, you're meeting a new variety of people, and like you're having a great time. Like, you're not even thinking about like your past, your exes, anything like that. You might not be feeling like as sexy as usual, but that's okay because other people view you that way. And I feel like for a lot of you, whoever this person is that you meet, like, it's not a person that is usually your type. Like, for example, I make fun of hipsters all the time. Here we're in Minneapolis, we have a lot of them. And like, I don't want to be with a guy that wears suspenders. I just don't. No, thank you. But maybe that week, that would be the guy in my dreams. And maybe I could talk him eventually out of wearing his suspenders. Anyway, but I think like that's the week where you really get clarity, and not necessarily in regards to relationships, but like in regards to like a lot of things where you finally are like, you know what? I know what I want now. And that was kind of a theme in one of the earlier portions of this reading, where it's like, sit down, think about it, stop thinking about what you don't want, but get clear on what you do want so you can attract it. This is the week when you have the greatest capacity to do so. So definitely start working on it earlier in the month, but then like towards the end of the month, like all of a sudden it's like light bulb, whoa. Okay, that was really long-winded and now I'm thirsty.